There guys, Kiwi Gaming Dad here. Short answer, yep, it is definitely worth buying. Probably on sale though, I wouldn't pay full price for it. It's an awesome game, very polished, but quite short. Sort of only running about 10 hours. If you get the DLC, I think it's another 2 or 3. But if you like video games for an experience and a good story, good combat, amazing graphics and sound, then I'd highly recommend to get this. So I'm just going to go through a bit about what the game is, what it entails, and yeah, leave it at that. But here's a bit of combat coming up. I actually love the combat in this game. It's for a game to make you feel vulnerable in a really creepy environment with really cool animated monsters. It's a lot of games just don't achieve that, and this one does. As you can see, that was mainly melee combat with a firearm finisher. But yeah, there's a lot of variety to the combat. Reading some of the reviews at launch, I thought the combat was really bland and stale, but it's actually not. It's really fun, and each of the sort of areas has different ways you can disperse enemies. There's a bit of control going on in there with a power glove, and you can throw objects at enemies and whatnot. But yeah, in terms of the combat, I'd give it about a 9 out of 10. It's really fun. This is that glove I just mentioned.
Found one of those gloves that Captain Ferris had.
That's a grip. Bastard guards love to use it on us inmates.
Yeah, I remember.
But it's good. It works on all sorts of things too. Go on, give it a go.
Whatever you say. As you go through the game, there's just some absolute chaotic moments with that glove. It's really up to your imagination, and the game does it well. It really further enhances the combat. It's not just hitting people with a pole and shooting. Another complaint at launch I read about was it's very linear. You know, you're just going from point A to B, but as I've been playing, it's not the case at all. There's so many secret rooms, as you can see here. One I found. We've got sort of secret audio tapes and other bits and pieces. I won't give away too much, but it's definitely not as linear as was said. And there's just such a pollution at the moment of massive open world games, you know, and it's just the same old stuff. This is a short game, like I said, but everything's so unique and so different and so fresh, and that's what makes it, in my view, a really, really good game. So how does the game run? It's pretty good. Yeah, no bugs in my playthrough. There's a couple of graphic settings, quality mode, which I never really play that anyway. I prefer the 60 frames over 30. But yeah, if you're playing it on performance mode, it runs really, really good. As you can see too, the graphics are just outstanding, really, truly next gen. As you can see here, I've got a few enemies going at the same time. It can get pretty hectic, but there's always a way to get through. Quite often you've got to use the environment. But one thing definitely for sure is you're going to die a lot in this game. I certainly do. aside from all the crazy amount of gore and amazing animations, there are moments of peace. The story's basically you crash land and get put in a prison and you've got to escape.
Elias!
And there are outside elements, as you can see here. Yeah, it's very, very... Just another example there of using the glove to throw a projectile. That was a bomb. And then a bit of the shooting. The shooting's okay. It's best if you use it with the combat. Yes, it's definitely not a sort of third-person shooter per se. But yeah, just going back to the combat, using it all together is really what the developers have been trying to do, or get the player to do. And when you work it together, that's where you get the most fun and enjoyment out of the game, which really, that's what game's all about, isn't it? There's a bit more gameplay just to enjoy. Stunning environments and lighting. So I'll just touch on the inventory just quickly. So you can use these like a 3D printer type thing. You can sell those converter things right there. You can sell them for credits and then use credits to upgrade your weapons, make new guns and so on. You can craft health and ammo, so it's pretty sort of standard stuff. But yeah, definitely a nice little tweak how they've done it here. And your actual inventory is very basic. It just shows you what you're carrying, what weapons. I believe there is a New Game Plus as well, which all of your upgrades and weapons carry over, and you can continue using credits to upgrade them, which is quite cool. But this sort of side of it, it's pretty basic. It's by no means an RPG or anything, but it works well for what it is. Here's a little bit more gameplay, just showcasing some of the different environments in the game. So I really just wanted to showcase a bit of the gameplay in this video. As I said earlier, I've been watching this game for some time and I was able to pick it up on sale. I think the price will come down now permanently, but it's, yeah, if you like story games with really good graphics, sound design, strongly recommend playing with headphones. It's awesome. Then you can't really go wrong with this game. A lot of the issues that it had at launch have been fixed. It runs silky smooth on performance mode, and yeah, it's really just a blast to play. Just here you can see, I haven't shown off all the different enemy varieties, but there is quite a few. There could be more, but there's definitely enough to keep you interested, especially when they combine them in certain areas. But if you do get stuck on an area, just keep grinding and trying to find a way to get through. Just search the environment, because there is always a way. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the vid, and yeah, strongly recommend, on sale, go and get it. You won't regret it. Cheers.
It's busted.
I was hoping we'd get lucky. This whole place is falling apart.
There's gotta be another way down.
Then let's find it.